So I'll have you witness with your own eyes how justice works in Pop City. Any last words, boys? No? Okay, like I said, I'll come back to cover the new build mode feature in this game. Well, I guess have a pretty good understanding of this already. You know, enough to teach you guys the basics, but still, there are some advanced stuff that until now still confuses me, so help me out. Bet? Anyway, before we get started, I'll pick a random commenter from my last video. You know, I said if it gets 300 likes, then I'll give away a Game Pass, and it actually happened. So here we go. Alright, congratulations and thank you for supporting my channel. I hope you enjoy your early access, my guy. Now, get this video to 300 likes again, and I will give away another Game Pass. Make sure you are subscribed as well, so you are updated with my videos. We cool? Alright, let's get started. Okay, as you may know, from the recent update, we got new features added in the build mode. It's a little bit of math, but I'll show you the basics of how this thing actually works. So let's start with the input. For now, there is only one, which is the touch block. Think of this as a switch instead, so it sounds less complicated. Now, set an output ID on this thing. Doesn't matter what you put, just make it easy to type for your time's sake. Once done, hit enter. So what this actually does is allow you to sync this to whatever outputs you decide to add later. Basically, this ID serves as your code to connect to the outputs. You know, you'll see that shortly. Speaking of the output, I'm going to add a very simple light block as an example. There you go. Now, put the ID that you set in the touch block earlier in the light block input. In my case, it was number 3. Hit enter. The two should technically sync together. That means that if I step on the switch, the light should lit up. And there you have it. It's easy. You can play around with its function. For this one, as you can see, if I step outside the touch block, it turns the light off. But if you enable flip on your light block, it remains active even if you are stepping outside the touch block until you hit it again. You know, like a light switch in your home, if you know what I mean. Now, let's test the sound block. The method is the same, however you need a Roblox working sound ID to make this work. The same as how you set up a kill sound effect. Exactly the same Roblox sound ID needed. So for this one, I'll just grab a free working sound online. You can check this site link on the screen if you want a free code, or if you know how to upload custom sound on Roblox, that works as well. You just need the code. Now place that code in the sound ID in your music block, and that should be all set. Now I wanted this sound block to sync to the light block, so I will use the light block's ID instead of the touch block. Does that make sense? The idea is just really the same as what I showed you guys earlier. Output to input, that's the idea. Now let's test it. That worked, huh? So you can set this to loop as well, if you want. Just simply toggle the loop button on the sound block, and that music loops as long as the input is active. Hey, just ignore that music. You can do better than this, I promise. Now we have the damage block. This is the easiest of all. Just drop a block, add input ID, set damage level, and hit enter. Easy. But to test this, if this thing works, we need a subject. So I'll drop dummies here to see if this really configured correctly. All right, let's try. And that freaking worked like magic, huh? Very easy, just a bit complicated to think because of this output and input terms, you know. Let's try that again with a smaller damage level, so it doesn't instantly kill the poor little dummies. Do you feel their sufferings? Evil Pop's in the house. Now, about this, I am still confused about its functionality. I'll cover this one some other time. Maybe next video. So here's a simple idea for you how you can make use of these features in your building project. I'll just quickly make a simple house and blah, blah, blah. Just hang on a bit. Alright, thanks for waiting. Now, let me show you what I have built in just 11 minutes. I mean, you can do better than this, of course. Think of this as a simple example of what and when you can use these new build features. You know, let me show you what's inside. Man, this is the dullest house ever. But anyway, I put a switch here, turning the lights on, illuminating this damn dry house. As you can see, it worked, eh? But please don't copy this trash build. You can do better than this. And here's my living room with 3 huge speakers and a super ultra extra extreme wide TV. I'll turn that on in a second, as well as the speakers. And here's the switch over here. Let's turn them on and, you know, Do a little body stretching.
It's raining tacos fall out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth.
Let's stop this nonsense. The best part of this is the sound is so realistic that if you walk away from the speaker, it eventually fades. Like the sound just stays in the house. You know what I mean, right? Now let me show you the one at the back. I called it a death row. So this place is where I put those people who committed crimes in my city.
Bruh.
Oh boy, there's a lot already. Well, today is the schedule of execution, eh? So I'll have you witness with your own eyes how justice works in Pop City. Any last words, boys? No? Okay. Say hi to my grandpa for me then.
Fatality.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky.